Well, hello everyone and welcome to the plot tour towards the end of June in the middle of a heat wave. So I've been down nice and early, got here at 6:15 just as somebody else was leaving, and the plot is looking okay, a bit overgrown. We've got bindweed taking over this bed somewhat. It's usually suppressed by the rhubarb, but that's been struggling this year. Now the tayberry looks like it's absolutely covered in fruit, but that's actually over now, which seems very sad. But it's the thing about tayberries, they can just reach a point where they can't maintain their fruit any longer, and it's just the heat as well. It's just been horrific. So the strawberries, we have had the first flush. I'm not even sure we're going to get a second flush, but I thought I'd leave the net on anyway. You probably can't see the net in the video. That's one of the things that just disappears. And the borage bed, which was not meant to be a borage bed, but what the heck, the bees love it. It's got potatoes at the front here, it's got blueberries, and I've just harvested some of those, and more potatoes at the end here. It's got a random garlic in there. And the black currants, as we could see, they've still got quite a bit to come. I reckon I've harvested about 50% off of this one. That was just over a kilo. The gooseberry's double netted just to give it some extra shading from this horrific heat. Carrot bath, carrots are doing well, as are the weeds, but the carrots are winning. And another black currant, this one's given another about a kilo's worth. I think I've harvested most of these, but there's still some big fat fruit just waiting there. So the radish is been harvested in here, and the meadow, I've got a couple, put some cosmos in there. I'm hoping they won't get had by the slugs, but the mallows from 2 years ago have come back. So the main crop potatoes are sort of going yellowing here, whereas the second earlies are completely over, far too early. So our shallots, which we save and replant every year, done brilliantly, and the onions not so well, unfortunately. Monty Don and Gardener's World said about having moles, but the problem we've had, no moles here, but it was just that frost in May followed by a heat wave. So the poor things thought they'd gone through their second winter, and they've just started flowering and just collapsing. Peppers are in, and speaking of flowering, they are most certainly doing that. Orchard's looking good. French beans around there with some marigolds and tomatoes. Some have settled in. The transplant shock has been greater for some than others. Leeks are in. Now, we're not fortunate enough to have these sort of deep polystyrene containers that some YouTube allotmenteers seem to have. So we've actually used a David Austin rose pot, which seemed to be perfect for the growing leeks. And the wigwams are going well with the climbing beans. Cabbages double netted. I say this has made it very impossible really to weed. Well, it's not impossible. It's just a nuisance really. And the courgettes, as these were sown direct, and these were the ones that were selected as the best. And the peach, I haven't given it a prune because we have still got the first ever peach fruit. It's about the size of a table tennis ball at the moment. I'm hoping it gets to full maturity and actually manage to realise when that is. Orange lilies out, planted up with some geraniums at the bottom. And we're trying the tomatoes in front of the shed again this year, but the shed bed didn't do very well last year, and these are struggling to settle in again. So the potatoes came out absolutely hopeless. I'm not going to grow potatoes in this pot again. Spare French beans gone in there. And that'll be. So this is the original Waldo, the thornless blackberry, and that's been doing really well. Never water it, and it's doing just as well as the ones out on the plot that I do water. So the red love, it's got a bit of, not sure what's going on at the back here, so I think I'm going to take that piece off. Planted up some cosmos in there. And these containers all planted up, and clematis is flowering nicely. Just Jane Penstemon. Peony has finished, but actually it lasted longer than it's ever done before. Peppers in the quad grow. I've got some fruit on them already. I've got the lavenders in the front there, and the dahlias transferred from the north side of the orchard are looking much happier. We've got some flowers on that one already. Lots of lovely daylilies. And look at the pluot. As I probably should have thinned it. There's just masses of fruit here. And we've got some promise from the lilies here. The rose has finished its first flush. Going to be doing another one soon. All planted up along here. Raspberries, polka, autumn variety. It's starting to flower very low down. Normally it's at least 2 feet higher than that. I'll have to check the video from last year to see whether it was actually 2 feet higher than that. At this time of year, we got plums on the super columns. It's an interesting sort of teardrop variety, that one there. Parsnips, they got a bit of a late weeding, so they're actually quite etiolated. And we have some spare leeks, so we've done the Charles Dowding sort of clump sowing to see how those go. And sweet corn, this is the second lot, has all germinated, first lot going well. Another bed of French beans, marigolds, tomatoes and leeks at the front. And these are the spares. So spare tomatoes and French beans, a couple of peppers at the front there, and got a nice little poppy. Poppy's always a bit of an indication of a poor to medium soil, so putting in these courgettes, I made sure I beefed up the soil around them. Oh, and the pear tree, look at this. You can see some damage on them, and that was actually from hail. Back in May, so just when the fruit was quite small. You can see we've got some summer growth on the apple here that needs knocking back somewhat. And this apple's still going, as well as the Victoria plum. It's covered in plums. Whether they'll actually be any good with the silver leaf, we will find out. So a Rigeron at the front here. Popped in a cosmos or two along here. Look at the new growth on the Waldo. It always makes it a bit awkward. I can't tie it in because they'll hide all the fruits still to come. And the green gauge. Plenty of fruit on that. Overproducing as usual. Now we got a dahlia in there, but unfortunately it got swamped by the nigella and had by slugs. So I'll It is coming back. So Merton Nave, apple looking quite happy here. Lots of fruit. And the damson still has, oh, there's a dead branch there. Damson still has some fruit on it. Far more than it's ever had, but not looked terribly healthy for the last few weeks. So the potatoes, I'm not sure how successful this has been really, the planting under fleece. It doesn't help that the Tabery, when we were planting the potatoes along here, the roots of the Tabery go a very, very long way. So that'll be sucking moisture away from the potatoes. And we had a few volunteer poppies that I'm being quite happy to see. Oh, there's a lovely little daylily there, the ibis. Well, I hope everybody's keeping well, you're not being too frazzled, and I will catch you in next month's video. Bye for now.